click on the Shape Builder tool, you will see the advanced options for the Shape Builder tool. If you haven't changed anything, which I don't want you to change it for now, you should have by default the fill highlighted and the stroke when editable highlighted as well. These options indicates the gray part of the objects that is going to be merged or excluded. There are other options as well, like gap detections, that can be used also with the Shape Builder tool, but for now, just know that this is the advanced options, and you can access it by double-clicking on the Shape Builder tool. Let me just press OK. Also, there's something really cool about the Shape Builder tool advanced options. As you have seen, some of the colors have changed. If you double-click on the Shape Builder tool again, you can do a cursor swatch preview. If you mark this, press OK, you'll be able to see options for colors when you merge the objects. In this case, the orange is selected. If I use my keyboard arrow left or right, I can change the color before merging it. So let's say I want to change it for red. I can just click and hold, it will be red. If I click and hold for gray, for these three, it will change it as well. Now, you have to pay attention because I activated the previews of the colors. When you use the arrows, left and right, it will work even though you're not seeing the preview. So let me deactivate the preview. I'm going to double click on it and deactivate again. Click OK. I'm not looking at the colors. So if I click and hold, it will be one color. I'm going to press the right cursor now, click and hold, another color. Although I'm not seeing the preview, they are there. And you can change the colors with the Shape Builder tool by using your arrow keys. I'm using my arrow keys and changing them one by one. All right, cool, huh? This is basically the main functions with the Shape Builder tool. To exclude, remember, you have to press Alt and it will exclude it. So let's zoom out and do some practical things with the Shape Builder tool. Let's go to the next artboard, the ferry wheel. Let's say you build this ferry wheel and someone said, it's cool, I liked it, but I want these parts of the ferry wheel to be transparent because when I use it on an animation, I want to see everything that is behind it. What could you do? Well, one way you could do it is to just select an object here, select the object, and you could, for example, ungroup it, right click, ungroup, select these two objects, this part and this part, because you want this to be transparent. And you could go to the Pathfinder and do an exclude. It will remove this part of the object. And now I could click on this color, click on the eyedropper tool and select the same color again. Now this part is transparent. I used the exclude option in the Pathfinder, which you learned in the last class. Davi, how can you be so sure it is transparent? It's easy. You can just go to View and choose the option Show Transparency Grid. Shift Ctrl D. As you can see, this part here of the image is transparent. Pay attention, because if you use the transparency mode in Illustrator, and if you want to put it back, you have to go to View and Hide Transparency Grid. Shift Ctrl G. You will not be able to come back just by resetting your workspace, okay? These view modes here have to be manually activated or deactivated. Now, let's go to the way we could do it by using the Shape Builder tool. I've shown you how to do it with the Pathfinder. Now let me show you how to do it with the Shape Builder tool. It's much easier. I'm just zoomed out. And let's select all the objects. And let's go to the Shape Builder tool and just exclude all of these parts because you don't want it anymore. The boss didn't want it. So let's just do it like this. And it's done. I could also delete this part because I don't want it. Okay, so I'll select everything and delete this part of the cable as well. With the shape builder tool, and delete this part and delete this part as well. Now, when you're using the shape builder tool, you have to remember that if you exclude a part of the object, it will exclude everything within the object. So if I select all of the Ferri wheel and use the shape builder tool to exclude this part with Alt key, it will also exclude the base of the Ferri wheel, and we don't want that. So I'm going to press Ctrl Z and select the selection tool, and I will select only this object. Okay, so shape builder tool, and then exclude this object, the inside of the Ferri wheel. If you want, you could exclude this part of the iron here. So I'm going to zoom in. But to exclude this part of the iron of the wheel, select the wheel on this part here and the car. So pressing Shift, I'm selecting the car, this car here and this line. So I'll use the shape builder tool and then press Alt to exclude this part as well. I'm going to use the selection tool and zoom out. So as you can see, all of the cars in the Ferri wheel are now transparent. And let's go for the last artwork, the fish. Now we made this strange object here, and if you select these objects and use the shape builder tool, you can remove the parts that you don't want and create a unique object using the golden ratio. So I'm going to press Alt and exclude everything that I don't want. And I'm going to unite everything by just clicking and holding with the shape builder tool. And there you go. We have a fish that we have built with the golden ratio. And on the next class, I'm going to teach you how to build the golden ratio. And then I'm going to teach you how to create great logos with the golden ratios and the shape builder tool. I'll see you on the next class.